Hey guys, Mark here. Let me grab some coffee. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. You know, this week was pleasant because our team played well. We didn't have so much negativity. We didn't hear all of the talking heads out there telling us how bad we are and pathetic. It was actually refreshing this morning as I'm getting set up for game day here. I've got my pork shoulders barbecuing in there, cleaning up and getting everything, getting the guys over. So we'll be ready to rock and roll. Got to go make a pot of chili and stuff and run out to the store. But it was nice watching game day this morning and having them talk about the Giants offense. Basically talking about the way they talked about our Cowboys offense last week. Let's watch this and just enjoy.
In the big blue justice system, defenses are considered. In New York City, the dedicated fans who investigate this anemic offense are members of a forlorn squad known as the Sacked Victims Unit. These are their stories.
First thing I blame on the Giants is the coach. It's the play calling. The quarterback's got to go. He couldn't get the ball to Odell Beckham at all. I thought I was watching Forrest Gump running the wrong way. The accuracy is as bad as it's ever been. It's disappointing and disgusting. I'm embarrassed to call myself a Giant fan.
That was a great video.
Flaw and disorder. I'm a huge.
Do some of this. Nothing against the sideline reporters, but I just want to get to Steve Smith. Steve Smith. Oh.
Just thrown his way. Just 4 have been.
Manning said he knows that's what everybody wants them to do, but that it's not about throwing the ball deep every play. That is not the answer to our solution, Colleen.
Tiff, that is a great way to lead us into our next discussion. That's exactly what we're talking about. And by the way, I love the glasses. Those are awesome. So
the whole look.
Odell Beckham leads the Giants in targets. Get this, though. He's yet to catch a deep ball through 4 games. According to Next Gen Stats, of the 45 passes thrown his way, just 4 have been 20 or more yards, and they've all fallen incomplete. Now, you can watch the games and see this as well. He's obviously frustrated. The Giants, their offense is struggling right now, and Odell is not happy about it.
I'm starting this off. Let me preface. Yes. Here comes the disclaimer.
Yes, you are.
I am not going to criticize Odell Beckham here. I actually think he's done a great job of keeping his emotions in check because he's been open, and they weren't able to protect against the Cowboys and the Jaguars, and that affected them. And this past week, Eli Manning, he was open. We're going to show you some stuff here, and you can see Beckham's reaction here. This tells you, hey, buddy, I'm open. Watch here. Throw the hands up.
What I'm saying,
clean pocket, praying. Please throw the ball. Please. Now you watch this one. Doesn't even give it a chance to develop. He's got time. He's open. Arms go up. Now this one, this is down the stretch. The game was already decided at this point. Watch the reaction here.
Turkey hole throw.
I'm out of here. Almost takes the helmet off, walks off the field, and then this reaction on the sideline. Okay, Odell, I feel you, man. I do. Because these plays are there to be made. And like I said earlier in the season, it was more about the protection. Here you saw, Mike Robb, you just pointed it out, there was enough protection on that play. Eli's got to pull the trigger on that one. Odell didn't throw anybody under the bus when he talked to the media the other day at his press conference. I give the guy credit because he's frustrated. He just signed that contract. Yep. What do you want to do? You want to produce after you sign that contract?
Especially after the Saints, you're going up against the Saints secondary. This is a ripe matchup.
Yeah, you should be getting the football a lot more. And quite frankly, Eli has to become a playmaker at the quarterback position. Again, I've talked about it in the past when the Atlanta Falcons were having struggles in the red zone. What happened? Matt Ryan came out, became a playmaker in the red zone, and then everything started to click. It seems like Eli's starting to see ghosts out there. I'm not going to lie to you. It seemed like earlier in the season, the offensive line scared him so much that now he's just trying to get the ball out before a lot of plays downfield are developing. And I get it. The old way of thinking is, look, if a certain defense can talk me out of making a pass to a certain receiver. But in today's offenses, and with the evolution of offenses today, now it is no. know, I have to trust in the fact that my guy's just better than your guy and throw the ball up and give him a chance. And I just think Eli has to give his playmakers more of a chance.
It's not even just that, though. We showed guys open, number one. Number two, though, I do believe that it's still taking Eli and this entire offense some time to get adjusted to a new scheme with Pat Shurmur. But they're running out of chances. Look at the schedule we've got right here. You've got to start winning some football games.
Steve, it seems like he's just he's scared of turnovers, Eli.
What he's doing is he's compromising, or he's trying to figure out how can I be effective, but not also get myself thrown under the bus, because there are guys missing blocks on the offensive line. They made some adjustments. They're trying to figure it out. But also, too, they don't have those big plays that need time to develop. They're not doing that. He rarely has a 7-step drop. It's 3, 5-step drop max. He's not getting into. You saw against the Cowboys. Did you see his look? That was not a look of, hey, I'm throwing it deep. That was a look of, oh, hell no, I'm not doing that again.
Yeah, but that was also a look that he got tackled.
Correct. So, and he's not used to getting tackled like that. So last year he was averaging air time about 7.5 yards per attempt. Now it's down to 6.5. Field. He's like, hey, let me just be efficient. Check down Charlie. Yeah. And the frustration level that he has, I've seen that frustration out of a lot of wide receivers. They say, oh, good route. I used to always tell the coach when he tell me good route, oh, good route. It wasn't a good route, I was just killing grass. A good route is when you throw it to me, which equals to a completion. That's a good route. If you don't throw it to me, I'm just killing grass, and you're wasting my time and everybody else's time.
Steve, but you mentioned something about the offensive line missing blocks and things like that. How many of our elite quarterbacks have just the best offensive lines?
Very rare.
Very rare that everybody has just great offensive lines. I've seen Ben Roethlisberger have some issues with offensive line. I've seen Tom Brady. I've seen Aaron Rodgers. All the great ones, and yet we still anoint Eli to be in the same conversation. When are we going to start saying, no, dog, everything's changed around you. You're the issue.
I've never put Eli in that conversation.
Is Eli elite?
He's all right.
Is Eli an elite passer in this league? Should he go to the Hall of Fame?
I mean, he'll go.
Should he go?
Yeah, he probably should go, yes.
Why?
Because his name is Eli Manning.
Oh, now we're getting into it. We call it a mulligan, huh?
I'm mulligan. I mean, Eli right now, at the point of his career, he is not elite. You know what Eli is? Eli is a good or above average quarterback on a good team that is starting to show that it's time to move on.
You're saying he was elite?
He was.
Oh,
just like today, though.
I don't think he ever was.
I used to have hair.
I don't think he ever was. He had a great front four, great defense, and a running game.
I think he was. I think at one point he was elite.
At one point, was he the guy that was going to actually cover up the issues on offense and win the game for you?
We could go on and back and forth about this.
I'm just saying. I just wanted to get you to say that, Steve. My bad.
Giants, they aren't the only.
Wow. You know, this is what I've been saying for quite a while as far as the Giants go. Because when you talk about Eli Manning and everything else, I've told you guys, quarterbacks hit the wall just like a boxer gets punch drunk. All of a sudden, they go downhill. He's been steadily kind of going downhill. When he feels pressure, he's going to the ground. He's not able to scramble and move away and stuff. And he just does not have it like he used to. I believe that the Giants did themselves a disservice by not going for a quarterback because they had the perfect situation. If you want Eli Manning to ride off into the sunset, that's great. Because the way Eli Manning became a good quarterback was because they had Kurt Warner there. Kurt Warner was there starting and gradually bringing him up to speed to become a really good quarterback. That's what was missing basically for Dak last year. Because you had a Tony Romo, because you ended up having a Mark Sanchez, you had that veteran present there to work with Dak Prescott, to let him know what's going on in real time. Coaches can't do everything and be all, end all. That veteran leadership with a young guy, to me, is something that is truly missing, and it's why you see a lot of these young quarterbacks that don't develop. They had that opportunity being the number 2 pick. Grab a quarterback, let him sit behind Eli Manning for a year, maybe half a year, and learn, and then have a quarterback. Well, the good news to the Giants is they stink so bad, they may still have that opportunity to do that this year. But it was just nice for me being able to see somebody else's team being talked about like the Cowboys offense. And hopefully you guys will understand that things that are happening with the Cowboys offense are not unique to the Dallas Cowboys. This stuff goes on everywhere. It's just not covered the way it is with our Cowboys. When you're the Dallas Cowboys, anything is blown up a lot bigger than it is anywhere else. You look at the New York Giants, you can't say that they don't have wide receivers. They do. You have Odell Beckham, who's considered one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. And we're not talking about a guy who misses passes that bounce off his face mask. We're talking about a guy who can go up and get the ball with one hand, yet they cannot complete the ball downfield to him. So just saying, relax, boy fans. We will get. Now, I got some more work to do to get ready for game day here, and we only have a couple hours till the first games get kicking off. I can't wait. I live for these days. I'm Mark Holmes. This is my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and I'm hoping you're having a great game day.